Okay, guys, so this is probably one of the worst stories I have ever heard on a podcast. Ever. So, these two here, and obviously you got James Rolfe from Cinema Massacre. And so there's a story here where Neanderthal and Slob were basically going to I don't know, they were driving somewhere or something. And he's drunk, and he's drunk and he's sober. Just listen to this.
Get some beer. Because at this point, he's no longer Kieran, he is Beeran. When Beeran's a different guy. So Beeran goes next door to get drinks. Yeah. So I go in the store, I buy what I gotta buy, I go to the car, I'm like, hey James, where's Kieran at? And he's like, I don't know. And I go around the corner, and Kieran, there's the store, an alley, and then the liquor store. And it's like 10 o'clock at night or something, and this town shuts down. Yeah. And I go up, and he's talking to two guys, and when I get up to him, they like walk away, and I'm like, Kieran, what happened? And he was like, I was walking by, and there was two people, and they were banging in the alley.
Why would you tell this story? It's not... Oh God, right. Let's carry on.
Guns. He was like, they're banging in the alley.
So I guess in my timeline,
Poor James.
I walk off. Justin goes into the convenience store. I walk over to the liquor store, and there is this deep alley. It's about a 50-foot alley with air conditioner units and everything.
So if it's a deep alley, like, why would you? Okay, so you see two people having sex out in public, right? Understandable, right? It happens, right? It's one of those things that happens in life, right? And you go, oh fuck, and it's you either go or you just sit there and watch. I imagine, as Kieran fucking puts out. But if it's a 50-foot deep alley, then how would you have possibly seen it? Anyway, let's move on.
I walk, and I'm hearing people making noises. And as I'm walking, and I am like stumbling over and everything, and I'm strutting down the street. And I look to my right, and I look down the alley, and I just see two people going at it. Like, the pants are down around ankles.
In an
butts
alley.
are out in an alley, yeah. And that's the thing, like, and I'm just like,
Jesus Christ.
What's going on down there? And they're like, yo, go away. Like, we're doing something. And I'm like, are you guys banging? Are you guys banging in the
and your instinct is to address it.
Like, and I feel bad
because if I saw it, I'd be like, oh shit, and I'd walk away.
Yeah.
Someone who would be normal. Thank you, James.
With me,
it would be
like,
awkward, right?
Yeah, it would be awkward. You just walk away from it.
Yeah.
I think most people would walk away, but you were like, are you both
I was like, whoa, what's going on down here? And so they're like, yo,
you both banging in an alley?
All right, James, calm down. It's not that funny.
Buy some beer, and I'm telling the guy.
Oh, so this is the bit where he goes into the liquor shop, or the beer shop, whatever you want to call it, and he tells the cashier about this, in the alleyway.
And I walk into the place, and I'm buying the beer. I buy beer, and I go over to the cashier, and the guy is just this guy working there. And I'm like, hey, there's a couple people fucking in the alley next door to this store. And I didn't say banging this time. I said to the guy, I wanted to address the severity of it. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, for real? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, let's go. And I'm like, what? And
let's go what?
He's like, we gotta go see this. He's like, there's people doing this in the alley. Like, we gotta go see this. And the guy was a little bit younger than me. And I'm like, are we? Yeah, sure. Let's go. So me and him, I paid for my beer and we run in.
Well, no, I don't think you came back with beer. No, because I heard that they closed the store out.
They closed the store right after I never got the beer. Yeah, so we ran out there and they were gone. The cashier guy was like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, dude, I swear to God, this was happening as I was walking in. I don't know what to tell you.
And then another guy came up. There was two people there with you. I think they must...
Yeah, so that probably didn't happen, did it? Let's be honest. What? Why would you tell that story on a podcast? Like, I understand it's funny to tell awkward and, stories on a podcast, but why would you tell that in particular? And you go back out with the owner of the... not the owner, the cashier. you know, surely if he was about, oh god, surely if he was behind the counter, he would at least let you buy the beer. So clearly you're just bullshitting, Kieran. Oh, dear me. Well, there we go. This is what Cinemassacre has become.